Hello, hello, hello. I'm Stephen, aka Hammerforce. Today is the 17th of January, Tuesday, 17th of January, 2017. And I apologise first off for not doing one of these in a little while. The reason is I started work again about a week ago after the Christmas holidays. That was evidently more taxing on me than I was hoping. And if you're wondering, this is the sort of clothing I wear when I go to work. Strangely coloured shirts, one of the many variety of ties, for if you have been paying attention over there, you can, when my hand is gesturing, you can see some ties. And there you go, I will go show you some. Yes, I went down on the floor, don't ask why, I tried recording this earlier, didn't work well. And these are the ties, but it didn't work well, I mean the video corrupted, yay. But yeah, these are the ties. 24 of them in total here. One of them I don't wear, this one, because this is my old school uniform tie, so it doesn't really count. You can see how much smaller it is than the others. And then, yeah, I've got a variety of them. If you turn around, you'll be able to see this one here. Nuclear physics. Don't think I'm allowed to take that into an exam. You know, I've got a bright orange for because it's part of the company colours of the company I work for. Lots of blues. Variety of patterns. You probably can't see them too well purely because the visual quality is utter rubbish on my webcam. Might be a bit better than the past though. And here's some more ties as well. So in addition to those 24, I've got like 6, 7, 8 others here. Pink. Pink's one of the bright ones that stands out quite a lot. So there you go. Exciting, like to see my tie collection. I'm rather infamous at work because every working day of the year, which is when I wear a shirt and tie, I don't wear it on the weekends, but every working day of the year, I wear a different shirt tie combination. I haven't actually succeeded by doing a whole year of that yet, but I know I can for sure, easily. I've got like before I had 20 days excess. Now I've acquired like 6 extra ties since then. So, you know, I've got a few months spare so I can avoid some of the really atrocious combinations. Like this red here and an orange, I don't think would go well together. Anyway, I'm not here to give fashion advice today. I'm here to tell you about my day. However, I thought I'd actually bring it as a more wider topic regarding, I don't know if motivation's the right word, but I'll use it because it's the only word that's coming to mind, but motivation and getting stuff done. So my thoughts are a bit more concise this time than when I first recorded this, because I've already sort of mumbled my way through it. And I came up with sort of 2 key points as to how I'm trying. I'm holding 3 fingers here, but there's 2 points I think. There'll probably end up being 5 by the time I'm done. But in my mind right now there's 2 ways as to how I'm trying to motivate myself to do more work. So just to provide a bit of background. So every morning I try and get up at 6:30. That usually fails, and I end up getting at 7:30 or about 7:30 to be honest. End up getting up at 7:30 odd. Yes, this is recording. Good, I'm powered on now. But I try to get up at 6:30, and then I end up getting at work in reality at 8 o'clock because I'm getting up at 7:30. I try and get in work for 7 though. Which pretty much never happens unless I have something specific I need to do that I told someone I'll be doing. Anyway, besides the point. So yeah, I try and get in early, which I then fail to do. I then am fairly successful, I think, at actually working quite hard during the day, based on the fact that at the very least I'm damn tired by the end of it, and quite often I'm coming home and having a nap. That was very prevalent when I first started work for the very first time. Nowadays that's a lot less common. It's been common last week, which is why I hadn't been doing many recordings or coming to Eventum or anything like that, because I was busy sleeping when I came home from work. However, now I'm a bit better on that. Yeah, anyway. So, but what I actually want to do when I get home is I want to first of all stay longer at work because I enjoy my work and I have a lot of it to do. Which is my own fault. It's not necessarily my manager's giving me a bunch of stuff to do. Is I've sorted out stuff and then wound up with a load on my plate. I'm like, ooh, okay, how do I get the time to do this all? And ultimately, I think it's work a bit more, potentially work smarter, but I haven't figured out how to do that. I also want to make these videos. I want to make videos, you know, these daily things, which should be fairly attainable, but it's just about getting the effort to do it. I want to make some more gaming videos for the channel. do I want to do other videos? Yeah, maybe. If I can think of anything. I'm sure I will at some point. Potentially roleplay type stuff, tabletop roleplay. Not the other weird stuff of roleplay. I'll let you figure out what I'm talking about there, precisely. I can mean two things. Depending on what your mind is like, you'll think of one or the other, or you might think of neither, if you're blissfully innocent. So yeah, and there's also some charity work that I do as well, with the I Will campaign, do some work with them. And all of this requires time, obviously. So what do I actually do when I come home from work? You must think, well, he gets, really stuck in. Well, as I say, I sleep. Well, at least I have been. But when I'm not sleeping, I'm usually procrastinating by watching YouTube or something like that. iPlayer, BBC iPlayer, great service for those of you in the UK. So yeah. So hands up, I am not excellent at actually getting a lot of this stuff done. And I think that's natural, because we all need time to spend doing things we enjoy. It's one of our highest priorities, because ultimately that's what people mean when they... If someone ever tells you that they're too busy to do something, what they're actually saying is, I don't think this thing you've asked me to do is a very high priority. And your priority of enjoying yourself ends up being fairly high on your list of priorities. You might have like family at the top, maybe, for a lot of people. And then honestly, enjoying yourself tends to come second, third-ish. It's in the top 5 at the very least. Your work quite often comes below that. Some people comes above it. Some people work comes above family even. It all depends on the person. And the thing that you have at the top of your priority list, you can find a lot of time for. And sometimes it can be hard to work out what your actual priority list is and what the priority list that you want is. What would be my ideal priority list? I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. It'd probably sort of go various sort of volunteering stuff at the top, and then maybe followed by family, and then work, and then my leisure would be very low down. It was what I'd like my priority list to be. However, I am human, so in reality my priority list is probably really quite high. Probably after, once again, family, fun, work. Maybe probably family, fun, probably work then, because it's survival, right? Maybe survival counts as an item on the list. I don't know, I've not thought through this entirely, but you essentially have a priority list of things that you do. And it's just about trying to shift those your actual priority list to meet your real priority list. You want to try and make them match each other. That's a very hard thing to do, and that just requires a lot of long-term effort. How do you do this? How do you actually get those those lists to match? Well, a very big thing that I've found for waking up in the morning, when I really know I want to wake up in the morning early, and I've really tried, what you do is there's a danger zone, right? So waking up in the morning is a really easy example. So when you wake up, you go, your alarm goes off and you think, oh, 5 more minutes, just go back, lie down, put your head down, and then you wake up an hour later and like, oh, I want 5 minutes, was it now? Or if you set your alarm after 5 minutes, oh, just 5 more minutes after that, and it's a slippery slope, basically. It's a very slippery slope. So what you do is you never let yourself get into that slope to begin with. How do you do that? You know that it's a slippery slope, and you just put in the effort to stop it before it happens. You think, 5 more, no, and you just immediately sort of get up out of bed and do something. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't need to be sensible. As long as it's not dangerous, just get out of bed and, I don't know, walk around the house, or, get out of bed, go find your keys, and then realise you're in your pyjamas still. Just get out of bed and do something that's progressive towards the goal, aka getting to your job early, or, a thing would be writing as well. If you're trying to write a novel, this is another common example, then what you do is you think, well, I'll just watch a quick episode on TV. You go, no, hold on, no watching TV. Open up Word, load your document, and then start typing something about one of your characters. You might then delete that later and go, that was utter nonsense because I rushed out that line of text. But you've at least done something. It's got you in the mood, and you just do it, and do it quickly. And then after you've done it quickly, you might look back on it and go, oh, that's a bit bad actually, but that's fine, you've at least done it, right? You can get rid of it, delete the line of text, or delete the video, or, go back for your keys, or whatever it is you've done wrong. You can always go back and do that again. So that's the first thing. Recognise that danger zone, and then take action. And the other thing that's important, I think, is to sort of take conscious time to reflect on what you're actually doing. So what I used to do when I was smarter and younger, I really think I've become a lot less intelligent over time relative to my age, which is rather unfortunate. But what I used to do, and I try and do now, but I was a lot better when I was younger, is when I was at secondary school, before our form, so what we used to do is used to come into school sort of, 10, 15, 20 minutes early, then we'd have form and then we'd go out to our lessons, and then you'd have lunches and etc, etc. But the first thing would be your form, and I would always sort of have a little quiet spot, just sort of not in an alleyway, but a secluded part of school that basically occasionally you see a couple of people walk past, but it'd mainly be me who was there. And I would just go there at the start of every morning, instead of going off and seeing my friends in the social area. Well, the name's not coming to mind right now. But instead of going there and seeing my friends and all that, I would find a secluded spot and just think. Think about what lessons I have coming up in the day, what homework I had, how well did I do it, have I done it all, if I haven't done the homework, what's my excuse, and just plan. A little bit of planning and a little bit of reflection about reflect on the last day and plan the forward day. And I've found that to be a very important mechanism for being efficient. So what I do at work now is, before I leave work, I have a little paper and I scribble down what I want to do in the morning, what the following morning, on the next day. So today, what did I scribble down? I think I scribbled some stuff to do with our internal wiki on there, and I don't really remember, to be honest. And the thing is, I don't really remember now what I scribbled on there. And these are bits of work that I'd sort of just be left, and they wouldn't ever get done probably because I'd forget they'd exist. They're small bits of work, and I'd probably forget to do them. So I scribbled them down on a bit of paper at the end of today, and so when I come in the morning, I immediately have something to get to work on. I know what I'm going to get to work on because I've already agreed it the day before, and I've not forgotten them because they're written down. So I found that to be a very useful tactic. So that's sort of reflecting on the upcoming day. And the important thing is to do sort of twice a day. Do it at the end of the day and do it at the start of the day. So what I always like to do at the start of the day is write down what are my objectives for today, and I usually set them a bit high, to be fair, but then I try to rank them, saying, okay, this is a must do, as in I ain't going home until this is done type objective. Very, very few of those. It's an increasing number nowadays. But anyway, I'll rank them, saying this is a must do, this is I really think I can do this today, so I'm going to be fairly upset if I don't get it done. And then there's well, if I have time afterwards, I'll do this task here. And then at the end of the day, I reflect, okay, have I done my objectives? Have I done all the must-dos? That's the important bit. Have I done the must-dos, and how well have I done the other bits? What was the reason for doing badly? Write down my starting tasks for the beginning of the next day, and get in this nice cycle. I don't always stick to it religiously. I should, because when I don't, I really notice it. And the important things with all of these sorts of things is to be consistent. One of the other ways I'm reflecting on stuff as well is with these videos. A lot of people do it with blogs. I'm trying to start doing it with these videos. I think, diaries have been the age-old tested method before the internet of doing this. Even when you're a kid, speaking to your parents, there's been lots of studies done on the effect of parents speaking to their kids about what they've been doing at school. And there's a massive, I unfortunately really can't remember, I'm sure Google it, I'm sure there'll be plenty of results, but there's actually a real massive difference between parents speaking to their kids about what they've done at school and then how well they do at school. And I think part of it's for this reason. Obviously there's other factors like, showing love and affection and safe, secure place, etc. That's a topic for another time, I think. But I think the element of that reflecting on the day is really, really useful. How well have you done? What have you done well? What could you do better? Parents often don't break it down like that, but it's the start of it. So to summarise, I think sort of my two main tips that I've found for trying to motivate myself to do stuff is, one, just fucking do it, GFDI. And how do you do that? You notice the danger zone, and then you just do something, anything, towards progressing your goal. You can always go back on it and change bits. So just do something. So notice the danger zone and just do something. And then also reflect on the day and plan the day. In the morning, plan what you're doing. at the end of the day, think about what you've done and how well you've done it, and then also plan the very first things for the next day. And I think those are the two main bits of advice I have. So planning and reflecting. Is that one bit of advice? That too. And then just do it. Notice that danger zone. However, I haven't reached the perfect solution. The reason I'm talking about this is because I haven't solved the issue. I think I'm a lot better than I used to be at actually getting stuff done, which is how I've managed to acquire even more work, which means I need to become even more productive. It's not quite a vicious cycle, but it feels like it somewhat. So, there you go. Let me know your experience. What are your tips for being productive and motivating yourself, etc., etc.? Because I definitely am in the market for some advice right now. So please let me know if you've got any good advice or any stories, etc., etc. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you maybe learned something as well. And I will see you tomorrow, because I definitely will see you tomorrow, because I will definitely be making a video, because I need to get into a routine of doing it, and it's an important part of my reflection on the day, especially for the non-work stuff. So there you go, that's why I'm making these videos. And there you go. I don't know if my weird ties that you can't really see very well will be in the videos tomorrow, but hey ho. Anyway, goodbye. Thanks for watching our videos, I hope you enjoyed them. Please could you do us a favour and just hit the like button underneath the video? It will improve our search ratings, so we'd really appreciate it. Make sure to check out our channel, see if there's anything else you're interested in, and have a very nice day.